Hey, blockchain users, you are not ready for what is coming, which is a big alt season. In fact, it's going to be the biggest alt season that you've ever seen in your life, meaning that all the altcoins are going to go up like crazy, and there will be so many possibility to make insane amount of money, so much so that you could retire your whole family. Now, this video is not time sensitive, but if you are watching it right now, well, we've seen two close in a row above 60K, meaning that right now we are seeing a V-shaped recovery, and it's a matter of weeks or maybe months before the actual mania, the bull market, begins. So to prepare for that, we're going to look at a thread from Secret of Crypto on Twitter, which is where I got most of my wisdom from. He's got so many insane tricks, and today I'm going to talk about what you should actually be doing from all this long thread and what you should implement in your own trading plan. This slide is too complicated for no reason. What it says basically is that you should be holding on your crypto for as long as you can. So the altcoiner A basically will hold until the end of the bull run. And if you've been watching my channel for a bit, you should know that I believe it will last for a full year up until the end of 2025. Now the altcoiner B is someone who is going to be going in and out of trade constantly and being more and more emotional. You don't want to be doing that. You need to have strong conviction that cryptocurrency is going to be bigger and bigger. This slide might just be the most important of everything I'm covering today in this video. Now, it explains the flow of money in cryptocurrency. What Secret of Crypto explains here is that money goes from Bitcoin and then to Ethereum and to the large caps like AVAX or ADA and all that stuff, and then to the very small shitcoin. I like to explain it with psychology. Basically, Bitcoin will pump first. It will go up. And now a lot of people will be feeling like they missed out there. They have FOMO, as they say, fear of missing out. Now, they want to chase the next big thing. All right, Bitcoin pumped, so now I'm going to go to Ethereum. But perhaps it's already too late now. Ethereum already pumped. Well, what do they do? All right. Oh, there's this thing, AVAX. I don't know if people heard about that. So then they start buying into it. And eventually, well, the large cap will have pumped as well. And then people are like, oh, well, I'm missing out on gains again. So that's where the actual Altseason happens, because all the people are feeling like they've missed out on all the gains on Bitcoin. They want some of that. So now they start to be more degenerates and just go with anything, just hoping and, just eye on emotion. So that's basically the psychology. Now, there is something that has changed since 2021 when this was written. There were smaller alt seasons in the past few years, and Ethereum doesn't really follow the pattern anymore. It's basically more like Bitcoin pumps and then Ethereum and large cap just do it all together. So keep that in mind. Anyway, with this information, you can prepare yourself. You can either be rotating one step ahead, so you can be in Bitcoin and then move to large cap and then small alts and just, be one step ahead of the masses, or you can do like me and keep it more simple. I'm putting all my energy into small altcoins and a few large caps. For instance, right now I have a lot of Caspa, which I'm going to use to buy smaller alts within the Caspa ecosystem. Now, there are many strategies, but basically you just want to be one step ahead of everyone. This slide is a bit of a repetition from the other one, but there is something very important, because this kind of gives you a timeline. And if you look at this part, the end, it basically says that at the end of the alt season, a lot of garbage is going to be going up, which means that basically the market is no longer rational. It's just complete nonsense and mania. When this happens, you should be very cautious. And in fact, write down a list right now of what are the signals of the end of the bull run. This is one. You'll be seeing useless coin, old stuff like ZK Cash or Litecoin, they will start going up for no reason. It makes no sense. And this means the market is getting exhausted. All right, I don't really like this slide, so I'm just gonna rant a bit about the title instead. So, smart money as a plan. This is very important. Smart traders have a step-by-step trading plan with clear rules. This is what I have, actually. Now, if you don't do that, well, you're going to be very emotional as the bull run goes on, and you don't want to be that guy. Anyway, let's move on to the next slide. This slide explains the big cycle of alt season and the smaller cycles within. So starting with number one, the bear market, this is behind us. This already happened. This was 2022 and a bit of 2023. Now we've had our step two. Bitcoin makes a parabolic move. This happened about 5 or 6 months ago. Bitcoin went up like crazy, went to all-time high. After that, we had an alt season, step three, which was followed by a correction, 3A basically, and now we are waiting for step two to happen again. So when Bitcoin will make its next parabolic move, well, it will be followed by an alt season, which we want to be prepared for. This will continue probably, well, it's hard to say, but I think it's going to be like 1 year of bull market. We might have 2, 3, or 4 alt seasons. We have to be open-minded. Anyway, eventually the music will stop. When this happens, well, probably you will be having your friends, your family talking about crypto. It will be on TV, on the news, everywhere, and there will be just like insane mania. This is the end, the final alt season. After that, Bitcoin is going to go down. Everything's going to crash like crazy, and you want to pack your bag and be ready to leave before that happens. Boy, I could make a full video just on that slide. Anyway, I'm not gonna cover everything here, but basically it's a checklist of what you should be looking into for your own research. I don't make things as complex for my own personal research. The more you do, the better, but the more you do, well, the less project you can cover. So you have to find a certain balance. And for me, I have a big filter. I look at the chart. If the chart is bearish, if it's bad, I skip it. I don't want to be buying any coin that has a bearish chart. So I recommend you start with that. Now, good chart, you want to know more about the project. Well, there are a lot of things here, but I will cover only those that I do myself and I think are important. First, the narrative. You want to be in whatever is trending, what is hot right now, like AI or real world asset. These things are going to be big. And it's a no-brainer, like everyone is talking about it. It's just gonna be this way for a while. No need to overcomplicate things. Now, there are, something like Web3 gaming. Sadly, right now it's dead. So as long as it's this way, I don't want to be putting too much money in there. Of course, narrative changes and you have to be flexible, but basically just keep that in mind. Be in whatever is trending. Next, competitors. Is it unique? If it has like 10 competitors that are all the same, not very interesting. If there's only 1 or 2 projects doing that, great. That is amazing. Next, is it solving a problem or is it just smoke and mirror? I personally don't like to be buying in, shady project that's just like trying to make you believe it's something, but there's no substance. You have to know, like, are there going to be buyers? If so, then that's very good. If not, red flag. Next, no anonymous theme. Ever. That's just one of my rules. If it's a bunch of addons, no thank you, I am not buying in. There are barely any project with anon founders that made it big. In general, it is rug pulls. So yeah, you will lose your money to anonymous themes. Next is the market cap potential. This one is very hard. Again, I could almost do a full video just on market cap alone. Anyway, so the way I do it is basically I look at coin market cap. I look at what the market cap is. For instance, we've talked about Caspa recently. It's at 4 billion. Now, what is the potential upside here? Well, it's a blockchain, a layer one. It could do a Solana, which is also a layer one. So if it goes to as high as Solana, it'll be a 71 billion market cap, a 15x from here. This is plausible. It's logical. Of course, I'm speculating here, but that's how I see it and how I compare things. There's no clear, easy way, but it's just like kind of a sanity check. If something like in the last bull run, Axie Infinity at some point was a several billion valuation, it made no sense. It's just a video game. At that point, there's just no upside left. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. But there's just no easy way. Just do it over and over and over, and eventually you get a feel for it. Next, we have the community. Are the people active? You want to see people posting online and just, genuinely enjoying the project, talking about it. It's even better if it's a bit like a cult and people are really invested in that. The more it's like a cult, the less likely people will be to sell because they're just like, oh yeah, this is the big next thing. Moving on, we have marketing, which is definitely one of the most important, if not the most important, aside from like narrative. Basically, are they putting themselves out there? Are people talking about them? If they have no marketing, nobody's gonna hear about them, so it's just not gonna make you money either. They have to be clearly knowing what they're doing in terms of marketing. I do not fully agree with this slide, but it's interesting and we have to at least take some time to think and talk about it. So the point here is to compound gains in the bull run. So basically, if you have a coin that makes a lot of money, you make a 10x or even a 100x, and you take profit, either partial or a total profit. Well, Secret of Crypto is saying that then you can rotate to a coin that has not pumped yet, and then you can compound your gain. For instance, if you make 10x on a coin, you sell out, you go to another coin, it 10x as well. Well, you have just made a 100x, which is crazy. Now, in reality, this is very hard to do, and you might struggle to do that. But there are ways to be doing exactly that, and my own plan will be to follow narrative. And for instance, we have AI. Now let's say it goes super well. We do these crazy gains, and eventually AI starts to fade away. Well, we can take partial profit or even complete profit and rotate into whatever is trending again and then compound our gains. But this is not going to be easy. And there's one thing that they are not mentioning here, and that's strong markets tend to remain strong for a while, and weak markets tend to remain weak. So it can be dangerous to be playing that game because you might be selling a strong coin to buy into a weak coin. All right, now we're talking. So screw this slide. I'm going to do it on my own on my chart because I am doing that so often it'll be way more clear. But this slide is insane. So basically it says that you should be comparing your coin with Bitcoin instead of USD. This way, well, you know that your coin is actually outperforming Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if your coin is going up. All coins are going up in the bull market. What really matters is compared to Bitcoin, how good is it doing? Now, this chart is the Mantra Bitcoin chart. And if you're wondering how I do that, is I go on TradingView and instead of going, for instance, OM USDT, I will write OM BTC. So it compares Mantra with Bitcoin. Now, if your chart looks like that, this is bad. You are losing value in terms of Bitcoin. You don't want to be doing that. Now, Mantra is a good coin, but that was during the bear market. Right now, this is what it looks like, which is insane. As you can see, it's just been going up like crazy. We are gaining value by holding Mantra in terms of Bitcoin, which is what you want to be doing. So great value there. I recommend you do that for all the coins you are currently investing in. Another very important slide. So here we have kind of time analysis. Basically what they are saying is that we have about 40 days around the top to be selling. This was made in 2021 before the actual top. And if we look at it on my chart, well, we had 49 days to be selling during the bull run. Me personally, I was late. I was selling more after the crash. And I can remember that half of my gains were already gone by the time this big dip happened. So, 40 days is a lot of time. But when the emotion will be high, you'll be having a hard time to be seeing it. But honestly, it's generous from the market to give us so much days to be selling. Now, you have to write it down on your walls or somewhere that you will have 40 days at the top and you need to be pressing that sell button when this happens. Nacho key, nacho crypto. A very popular sentence in crypto land. Now, the meaning behind this is that you should have the control of your own cryptocurrency and not be trading on centralized exchange. There are many tips like that covered on this slide, and I will cover quickly those that I think are just actually critical. If you're not doing all what I'm going to talk about, there's a strong chance that you will be losing all your money. Even if you're the best trader in the world, you can lose it to a simple hack or a mistake in the middle of the night. Sometimes you're tired. So you want to have a system in place where the odds of you getting, losing money is as low as possible. The first big tip is have a cold wallet. So a ledger or a physical key with most of your money, just like long-term holds, anything that's like for, weeks to months that you're not going to touch it, leave it on your cold wallet and don't interact with smart contract, anything. You just put your crypto there and nothing else. This way, the bulk of your empire is safe. It's safe from all the other things. Next, you want to have as many unique wallets as possible for different smart contracts. So if you're trading on decentralized exchange, minting stuff, anything that has to do with a smart contract. So, spread out. It doesn't like cost anything. You can create as many wallets as you want. I have so many, I've lost count, honestly. Next, migrate wallets if you have any suspicion. So basically, you do something and it's just weird. Like you hear something online about the smart contract being corrupted or something. Just remove everything from your wallet, move it elsewhere, make a new wallet. It doesn't take much time, and honestly, you work hard for your money, so just keep it safe. Next, keep your passphrase on paper. I mean, honestly, this one's kind of obvious, but you should have like all your seed phrase on a piece of physical paper that is so well hidden that even you will have trouble to find it back. Now, that's all that I think is actually critical, especially the first one. There's more, you can be paranoid, and honestly, that's fine. If you want to do too much, there's no worries there, but at least do these things. And that's it. Now you are ready to be going crazy with altcoins. If you've enjoyed this video, do the thing with the YouTube buttons, and I will see you next time.